Hello, hola. We are going to give a quick shout out to Uptown A Rob for inspiring me to resume my book reviews. And for those of you who don't know, I used to have a YouTube channel, but because of, events that went down like 5 years ago, something like that, right? Because for those of y'all who don't know, I used to do Dr. Phil's book, I think Life Code. Yeah, Life Code. I used to do there were a couple of books I used to do, but long story short, girl, I don't have that YouTube channel no more because, you know, when I got a new phone, Google decided to use my New Jersey, my Monmouth County, New Jersey phone number as the, old phone number. So I no longer have that email number. How I no longer have that phone number. How so I can't get back into my channel. I was even trying to think of a way to hire a hacker to get my shit and pay for my channel on Fiverr.com. But girl, that's beyond the point, girl. That's beyond the point because ain't nobody scam me out of no $25. Yes or no? All right. Now that that's over. All right. We have, one of my idols growing up, besides Lucille Ball, her name is Tallulah Bankhead, a legends, icon, Mariah, listen, Mariah, I love you, Mariah, but you were not the one who came up with the word darling first. It was Tallulah Bankhead, darling. Call me Tallulah, dog. So, first of all, I've had this book since I believe high school, because I'm 27 now, and I graduated high school at 17, 10 years ago, so because that's right, I had a job when I was working in high school. That's right, because I used to, on the bus on my way to work on the weekends, sidebar, I grew up in a small town, middle of nowhere, New Jersey. I'm grateful for it now, but as a kid, oh my, girl, I wanted to leave Jersey so bad as a kid, girl. And anyway, listen, if y'all want a full story time on that later, let's press on. Back to Tallulah Bankhead's book, y'all. All right, Tallulah, my autobiography by Tallulah Bankhead. We're going to do chapter 1. Oh my God. And look, there's a 1954 signature in here, and bitch, I translated that shit. And I wrote the day I got the book too. What was it? I received it on the 19th of February, 2013. Girl, I wrote this expired Crayola magic marker, girl. Do y'all remember when Crayola was popular like 20 years ago when I was like a kid? Girl, I used to beg my mom. I'm like, can I please get the 120 pack of crayons? She was like, answer no. Because that's expensive. I said, expensive? Girl, it was 2002 when expensive was called 99 cents, boo. That's back when gasoline was 99 cents in 2002. This is this is like 1 year before the Iraq War, boo. So today's generation, listen, my generation walked. So these young heifers today don't have no excuse. Stop complaining about our generation. Listen, okay, I sound like my grandmother, but anyway, we're gonna press on. Tallulah, keep us focused, Tallulah. I love you, Tallulah, but you're one of my idols, but I just gotta say. Okay. So chapter one, oh no. Oh, why my eyes burning? Wait a minute. Sidebar, I need to pour my damn orange juice. All right. What are the chapters? Oh, okay, Tallulah. We're not gonna do a table of contents for the chapters. Tallulah, are you that cray where you can't include chapters in 1952? And the girls are claiming that your memoir sold 2 million copies, and you can't include. Let's try someone. Okay. Chapter 1. Girl, and I wrote the date when I started reading the book. Oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, so I started reading on the 19th of February 2013. Started reading on the 11th of March. Oh, my dad's birthday! 11th of March 2013 at 7:14. Damn, I was reading at night? Girl, was I cray? Was I on this? Anyway, you know what? First of all, Before we start, I'm gonna pour my glass of orange juice, bitch. Listen, if y'all don't know, maybe if y'all are younger and y'all don't really drink a lot of like fruity stuff, and listen, no pun intended. Get you some Tropicana orange juice, original with no pulp. Let me tell y'all, I'm 27 right now, but since I was 6 years old, I have loved orange juice, bitch, because Tropicana no pulp back in 2002. I remember as a 6-year-old, the first time I drank orange juice, bitch, I loved Tropicana no pulp so bad. I drank 1 gallon every single day, 7 days a week. I'm telling you, my grandmother used to go off on me. Boy, you done drank all the orange juice in my house in 2 days. I'm like, okay, let's press on. Anyway, but those are the good days, girl. That's before social media. There was no TikTok. There was no Instagram. Talk about don't drink orange juice. Drink. Wait a minute. You're telling me drink a woman's udders? You're telling me drink woman's udders? No, we're not gonna do that. Back to Tallulah, because YouTube ain't striking me. Thank you. So back to chapter 1. I lost my page, girl. But I haven't poured my orange juice. Okay, alrighty. Chill. I'm having to stop reading my fave's book, bitch, just to pour my glass of orange juice out. Why? As I tell my mom all the time, when the young generation complains about, this generation is better. I'm like, girl, I give my mother a look, because my mom just turned 60 last month, and I'll give my mother a look. And because we used to joke and laugh, because I used to feel that way about my era when I was young. Because now, girl, if I had predicted the shit after the Iraq war, girl. Because, girl, I grew up during the Iraq war years, bitch. George Bush talk about George Bush reading a story time to the kids when there's a war happening. Girl, Miss Bush, sit down next to Ellen DeGeneres in the Republican. Anywho, okay. We're going to leave that there, because for those of y'all who don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of the South. My mom was from Georgia. My grandma was from Georgia. I went to Georgia, but that's where we're going to leave her. In Georgia. So now, I hope I don't spill orange juice. Good, okay. Girl, get you a nice glass of Tropicana orange juice. I'm telling y'all are going to love this. Because while I read my Tallulah book review, bitch, and I'm getting to my story time mode, y'all gonna see me take this glass of orange juice and drink her a little too fast. So we're gonna begin, girl. Okay? Because listen, I couldn't access all my old videos from my Donald Simmons channel because, bitch, I did 1,000 fucking videos, and where are they now, bitch? Like Oprah, where are they now? Anyway, like I said, it's been 10 minutes and I got to the start of the book. Anyway. All right, chapter 1. Chapter 1. Exercise on the trapeze. Despite all you may have heard to the contrary, I never had a ride in a patrol wagon. Tallulah, ma'am, after what I heard about you, listen, Tallulah, when you went to England, let's press on. She might talk about it in the book, but girl, just because they graduate from school at 16 years old in England don't mean you a... I'm not saying it because YouTube gonna take my shit down, so let's press on. And I'm just grateful that I was able to make a new channel, so fuck that shit. I'm just gonna keep reading this book, girl. Okay, so... I have milked a mammoth and I traveled with adjustable window screens. I have been up in a ballroom with Sir Nigel Playfair and down in a submarine with Gary Cooper. I have scaled an elephant in a St. Louis zoo and christened an electric rabbit with the Jeroboam of Lansing 1912. Sidebar, if y'all know what Lansing 1912 is, can y'all let me know? Because, girl, Lansing 1912 sounds like some whiskey, some alcohol. Bitch, I hate how this comes off, but girl, y'all remember when Jimmy Fox had his first album that blew up because Wendy Williams played on the radio, because I was around back then, and I remember me and my mom. Sorry, notification on my computer. Crane sitting in tree, large out. Ooh, what is going on, Crystal A. Berg? Is there an alligator nearby? What's going on? Did somebody put an alligator in the swamp and run away and hide their hands, girl? Because now the Christians love the alligators. Then go to alligators, So come get her, Miss Fake Ass Christian that put that alligator in the lake, bitch. We know about you hiding out in Florida with that alligator. Listen, I've been to Jacksonville Zoo, boo. I have seen alligators up close and personal. That's why I got out the South, boo, because I didn't want to end up on Sharknado. See, those of y'all who are from the South, y'all know what I'm talking about. Listen, whenever I mention Florida and GA, the accent comes out. So bear with me, girl. Bear with me. Anyway. Okay, so Lance Matthews. I have clerked behind a counter with Margot Asquith. If Margot Asquith is the lady I'm thinking of, she's the Prime Minister of the UK's daughter. Correct me if I'm wrong. Y'all. Listen, I know there's a lot of tea that I don't give out that I know about the UK and like UK history stuff. I don't make videos about that, but if y'all want me to, I'm just... Because, girl, right now I'm trying to, figure out maybe Washington, D.C. is the right place to make my album. Because, girl, I am a songwriter. I do write on pen and paper in my notebook, and I have done that for 20 years. If y'all, listen, if the D.C. girlies need a new songwriter in town, bitch, I'm there. And, girl, listen, I have ancestors from Baltimore, Maryland, who moved to Philadelphia. Perhaps Philly got their music style from DC, Baltimore, the DCMV. It's just a thought, because girl, I have ancestors from Maryland who went to Philadelphia, and then from Philadelphia to my small town in the middle of nowhere, New Jersey. But still, contrary to popular belief, I am thinking of potentially moving to DC to make an album, girl, because the problem is I really don't have money like that to go to DC on my own and survive there. So we might need to make this YouTube thing a full-time thing. Anyway, let's press on. I have clerks behind... Okay, Margaret Asquith. And sung duets with Margaret Truman, charged with 2 double daiquiris. I have charged with the conviction that I can do the Indian road trick. Tallulah, girl... Listen, I'm not going to explain. I'm just give you this look, and I would drink my orange juice, bitch, because y'all know, read my mind. I feel refreshed, like I'm in heaven, bitch. Kylie Minogue said, made in heaven, I am in heaven, bitch, because heaven's called Tropicana. Get you some Tropicana. Y'all hear this, young people? Get you some Tropicana. If you need, to gain weight, or if you need some calcium or some calories, bitch, listen, get you some Tropicana, honey. It got me together, honey, because I started gaining weight. Listen, I started gaining weight after my eating disorder, girl. She got me together. Tropicana is the girl. I don't know why. Y'all, remember when they used to air Tropicana commercials every 5 minutes? Low key, the minute they stopped airing Tropicana orange juice commercials is when the world started turning to Anyway, look. What do we say? I'm going to give you a look at some orange juice. I have turned to the conviction that I can do the Indian rope trick. My voice has been likened to the mating call of the caribou and to the haunting notes of a strad. Apple states have hinted I'm the ill-begotten daughter of Medusa and the Marquis de Chedar. As against these slanders, there are the hymns of my champions equally inaccurate, that I am a fusion of Annie Laurie, Bo Peep, not Lil Bo Peep, Tallulah, girl, Florence Nightingale, and whichever way Lillian Gish. Sidebar, I got a story for you. Those of y'all who know me personally know that my idol is Lucille Ball, and girl, I heard that when Lucille Ball used to work in New York, that when she was a model in New York, she used to be close friends with Lillian Gish, and they used to sit at Belmont Racetrack, which is still on Long Island today. I think that I remember years ago I saw a picture of Lucille Ball and Lillian Gish in like 1928, and they were at Belmont Racetrack, and I was like, girl, listen, see, y'all, I really would love to um, incorporate some Lucille Ball into my book reviews or into my um, like even if I do a movie or something or like a if I record an album or something, I want to find a way to incorporate some Lucille Ball. But girl, let's press on. In the Orphans of the Storm. Yeah, but like I said, when Lucille Ball lived in New York City, I had heard that she was best girlfriends. One of her best girlfriends in New York was one of her best friends in New York was Constance Bennett. Before Constance Bennett went to RKO, they were best friends. Lillian Gish, before Lillian Dorothy Gish, they were her best friends too. When Lucille Ball's best friends in New York too. You know, so Lucy was always around the right people, y'all. Low key, I wish I had Lucille Ball's career, like how she steadily climbed her to the top, like and how like even when she had no money, she was always around the right people. Like that's the kind of life I lived, but I feel like I just feel like I I really need a way to perfect my craft and to make some money, have some money coming in, girl. Because, girl, listen, this is a little personal, but right now I'm on Section 8. And I just made the waiting list, girl. So, anyway, that verb was a little intense. In the Orphans of the Storm, somewhere in between these contrary verdicts lies the truth. With Montaigne, quote, I speak truth not so much as I would, but as much as I dare, and I dare a little the more as I grow older. Ooh. Tallulah girl, we here with it. See, if y'all want to know how I became so smart, it's from watching Tallulah Bankhead, which that accent, listen, everyone could benefit from a British accent in their life, girl. I should know. Let's press on. I've had tea with Lloyd George, tiffin with Ramsay. First of all, Ramsay MacDonald and David Lloyd George, aren't they the prime ministers of the UK? Because I remember in history class during World War One, my teacher always mentioned that Prime Minister Lloyd George, David Lloyd George, David Lloyd George. And I don't quite remember if he was the Prime Minister of the UK. I believe he was, but wasn't there a dispute between Lloyd George and King George V? Those of y'all who are Anglophiles like me, y'all need to start answering these comments for me, girl, because there's a lot of historical tea I forgot about when I was in high school. But girl, I did get straight A's in history class all throughout my education. But girl, this is why I do book reviews plus history equals Donald Simmons book reviews. Anyway, let's press on, girl. Let me drink my orange juice. Because I can see this chapter 1 alone being a podcast, bitch. And listen. All right, tiffin with Ramsay MacDonald. Wait, let me change your pen. And I've aced Greta Garbo on Clifton Webb's court. Sidebar, can y'all tell me if Clifton Webb was really gay in real life? Because I've never heard that he was or he wasn't, girl. I've just heard the stories, and girl. Sidebar, Clifton Webb was in the original Cheaper by the Dozen. The Lucille Ball version of Yours, Mine, and Ours, I think, was like a second version of Cheaper by the Dozen. But let's press on. Because y'all know I love me some Lucille Ball. And and first of all, there's comments talking about Lucille Ball was not a nice person. First of all, if you're going to answer that in the comments, I need to block you because, listen, I don't know if y'all know, but Lucille Ball was a trauma survivor, and she overcame and she used her life experience to be better as an actress, which is what you young girls need to start doing. Okay, stop all this auto-tune and wearing these short shorts, please. But once again, I sound like my grandmother. Oh my god. Anyway, all right, forced to vote for Davis. Tallulah girl, Tallulah could have been a low-key rapper right now. If Tallulah had been young in today's time, Tallulah should have been a rapper because Tallulah is so smart. And I understand all her little references. I'm like, girl, I low-key learned that shit too. Oh my god, I'm fucking with you, Tallulah. I'll take Jefferson and give you Betty. To the consternation of the world of science my endorsement once glowed on the jacket of a book by Sir James Hapwood Johns, great English astronomer. In it, he was speculating on the age of stars in the heavens rather than on the stage. Ooh, Tallulah, was that a read? Was that a read? Tallulah, girl. This book, listen, Tallulah, this book. I haven't read this book in 10 years, and I know already I'm gonna like this book because there's certain things I remember, like how she said there was a passage about she's related to one of Thomas Jefferson's great granddaughters or something like that. And sidebar, Ashley Says So. I really want y'all to go check out Ashley Says So because she's such a good storyteller like me. She's basically like the country version of me. She's from Alabama, but still. That's why I do my videos, my book reviews, because I'm me and Ashley's Ashley. And I watch her and I be low-key like, yes, girl, I heard that story too. Yes, girl, I knew that story was true. Yes. I love me some Ashley. Listen. Ashley, girl, we here with it. We both like the old movies, old Hollywood, the old musicians. Girl. I'm here for it. Ashley. I love me some Ashley Says So. Anyway. Oh, to please the Maharani of Kuch Bahar. I've heard that term before, girl, but where do I know that term from? The Maharani of Kuch Bahar. I've heard that term before. Where do I know it from? I once togged myself out in a sorry, and I won £5 from Lord Birkenhead. Sidebar, you American girls who don't know nothing, I'm gonna teach you. £5 in British money is $10 or around that. I'm just gonna translate. When he bet that Cleopatra was a brunette. Listen. This is some tea that I haven't really publicly shared, but I've kept this to myself. But I've been tracing my dad's ancestry on Family Search. My dad was a direct descendant of Mark Antony, who was Cleopatra's third husband. And I'm not going to tell y'all the tea I found out about that because that's a little. It's too graphic. It's too graphic for YouTube, girl. Because we're talking about ancient Rome, ancient Egypt, girl, Alexandria, bitch, the pharaohs, girl. It's y'all. Those of y'all who know that antiquity historical tea about like ancient Rome, y'all know what I'm talking about. You think Game of Thrones is bad, bitch? You think 2023 is horrible? Wait till you see AD 35. Wait till you see BC. BC 300. Okay, thank you. Later, I sued Birkenhead's daughter, Lady Eleanor Smith, for libel. She wrote in Lord Rothermere's London Dispatch that I was an Anglophobe. What's more, I collected. So that's why Tallulah moved to England, because she was an Anglophile like me. Girl, look at God. Woo, I want to do it. I felt like this book was divinely timed, girl, and it's been 10 years since I read the book. It's 2023. 10 years ago was 2013. I had my first job in 2013. I was 17. Listen, y'all, it's going above y'all heads. Anyway, I slept fitfully in Kimbolton, the haunted castle in which Henry VIII locked up Catherine of Aragon. I've never heard that before. Now, it's been 10 years since I read this entire book, so a lot of this I forgot about. So I'm glad we're spilling the tea right now, Miss Tallulah. I love me some Tallulah and Lucille Ball too. They say that Tallulah was one of Lucille Ball's idols as a child. They said Charlie Chaplin, Tallulah, and somebody. Oh, Buster Keaton too. They said Charlie Chaplin, Tallulah Bankhead, and Buster Keaton were her idols. Sidebar: those of y'all who know who are like all-time favorite fans of Lucille Ball, y'all know what I'm saying. The tea adds up, girl. Anyway. And I suffer from chronic anemia. Just a minute while I take a look at the ticker. I want to get the last quotation on Billy Rose. Common. Here it is. Nothing asks and nothing bid. Now, is Billy Rose the same Billy Rose I'm thinking of who was married to Judy Garland? Because if so, you know they say Judy Garland was married to gay men. You know they say Liza Minnelli married gay men. Because her grandpa... Let's press on. Those of y'all who know my tea, y'all know I can't say certain things in public because, you know, Hollywood comes after you. Anyway, let's press on. I've played Newcastle on Tyne and Terre Haute, Indiana, and when the London News Chronicle sought to rouse the parish with "Do brainy people play bridge?" I took the affirmative along with H.G. Wells and Rose Macaulay, with Bernard Shaw and John Galsworthy dissenting. Sidebar: I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of tea, just so you know my lineage, boo. My intelligence was not just something I came up with, boo. My great grandmother worked with George Bernard Shaw, and I'm not gonna tell y'all how. But people who know me personally can tell you all my receipts add up, bitch. My great grandmother. For those of y'all from Canada, have y'all heard of this lady Phyllis Marshall? Because I don't really know a lot of her stuff that well. My great grandmother worked with Phyllis Marshall. Let's press on. And John Galsworthy dissenting. Under oath, I'd like to refute the canon that I'm an old chum of Winston Churchill's. A fable that constantly bobs up in print. But he did come to see me 5 times while I was playing in Fallen Angels. Tallulah was so ahead of her time, dude. Even as Tallulah, even as I'm reading the way Tallulah speaks in this book, like, I could see if Tallulah was alive today, girl, me and her be best friends, bitch. Best friends. And girl, I would be low-key calling Tallulah like, yo, tell me why this foul-mouthed husky talk about me. But girl, let's get that penmanship in order, Tallulah. And Tallulah be like, darling, you're so funny, darling. Y'all know Tallulah is. Those of y'all go watch the Lucille Ball Tallulah Bankhead episode, the Lucy Does a Comedy Hour, bitch. It's giving me life, girl. I can't explain it, girl. Lucy and Tallulah together, it's my 2 faves in all of history. I'm gonna go press on. Okay, y'all need to learn y'all history. Young people, learn your history. I am not supposed to teach you the history. Y'all have to Google it, girl. Because before social media, we had what's called books, bitch. Books. We had to skim. We had to skim books. Sorry, y'all. We had to skim books for information and write things on pen and paper. Pen and paper. Oh, sorry, pen and paper. You know, like, these young kids take this for granted because, girl, before social media, I used to have notebooks. I used to journal and draw. Like, I used to draw. Like, as a kid, I used to love RVs. I used to, like, plan out what my next RV was going to be, bitch. Because I was like, girl, I'm in Florida. Let me get my ass to Marathon RV and buy me a cute little RV. Girl, low-key, I need to look for some of them drawings of my RVs. Because, girl, if I find those notebooks, but maybe they're gone. Are they gone? Or did I get rid of them when we moved to Freehold? Anyway, that's for my personal life. Anyway. I have 3 phobias, which, could I mute them, would make my life as slick as a sonnet, but as dull as witch water. I hate to go to bed, I hate to get up, and I hate to be alone. My inability to cope with these prejudices leads to complications, excesses, and heresies frowned upon in stuffier circles. Circles I avoid as I would expose you to the black pox. My caprices, born of my fears, frequently far into vent in the romantic pursuits, enthusiasms, and experiments at odds with the code affirmed by Elsie Dinsmore. Sidebar, Tallulah girl. You know, I heard Tallulah Bankhead. You had borderline personality disorder, boo. But we're gonna leave that there because, girl, it's 2:15. It's 2:17 a.m., girl, and I need to go to bed. So we're gonna continue on page 2 by the L.C. Dinsmore sentence. I mean, page 3 by overstimulated tomorrow, boo. Because, girl, there's some tea. Like, and this is the first 2 pages, and I'm worn out. We're gonna continue because, low key, I need to hire an editor. Oh, excuse me. I need to low key hire an editor and get me some cute little coins to pay this editor to do my YouTube videos low key because I know how to edit, but I can't edit all the time because, like, girl, sometimes I'm busy or I'm out, and like I don't have the time to edit like I used to. So I would need money to hire an editor, girl. So, and I'm a struggling artist, so I'm like, do people still, do favors for friends like for free? Because I remember, like, when I really was broke, people used to think I was a scam artist. People used to still, like, curse me out because because I would be like, please just let me work for free. I'm a struggling artist. Like, I'll do anything. And they'd be like, me and my husband are professionals. I'm like, okay, all right. Some friends you are in Jesus. Anyway, all right. I'm going to go, y'all. All right, we got to do page 3 tomorrow. No, not tomorrow. Page 3 in the morning because it's, wait, where's my, all right, oh, it's because today's June 4th, 2023, so I'm going to go now. Love you guys down. See you for part 2 in the morning.